It's time. Okay, the long overdue update that I have been putting off. Okay, so a little background. If this is the first video you're watching, I'm going to be doing an update on my Mohs procedure and my basal cell carcinoma that was removed from my nose. A short little rundown is, if I look over to the right, well, I guess, yeah, here left. It's gonna look left. I have some notes I wrote down just because I'm weird like that, and I wanted to make sure I was like, actually, I labeled up all my pictures, and I just wanted to make sure I was like getting the dates right so you could really see like the healing process. So on April 9th, I went in for a full body scan for just moles, and I had a little spot on my nose. It was basically, it looked like a little oil pocket. It's been there about 3 years. I actually asked my teacher at school for aesthetics, and she kind of thought the same thing. Maybe it's just like an oil pocket, and I just told her, I was like, it bleeds. It bleeds like a stuck pig. I can barely, like, if I scratch my nose and forget that it will just bleed on me. And she was like, oh no, it's probably fine. So she went to extract it, bled, was great. Anyway, so I finally got around to getting it checked. The dermatologist actually even didn't want to take the sample. She was just like, let's just measure and keep an eye on it. And I was like, I don't know, it just kept bothering me, and it was just on the back of my mind. So I asked her to remove it. She cut into it, was like, oh. And I was like, oh, see something that shouldn't be there, or it doesn't look right. And she was like, yeah, I think it's good we took it. It doesn't look like the right tissue underneath, and we'll sample it and see what it is. So at the time, I got a phone call because they took a sample off my back as well. And they said that they could not rule out melanoma. In my first video, I was kind of, not necessarily like in shock, but I was kind of really worried. I thought they just said that they couldn't rule out melanoma for my nose. The back was fine, and had good borders, but they needed to take off the nose. So, not take off the nose, take the rest off the. Anyway, so yeah, my Mohs procedure was on 5/20. You might ask why I waited so long. I had my brother-in-law's wedding like the week prior, and yeah, I didn't want all this to be in all the pictures. So yeah, 5/20 was my procedure, and yeah, I'm just gonna like enter in some pictures and stuff along the way from basically the dates. They were just random. I usually so the bandage that I have on right now, actually I want to talk about that because I think they're amazing. Okay, so just CVS. They're just called Advanced Healing, and basically, like, I mean, you can see after at first I had just used regular band-aids and just went fully across my nose because it was a lot larger and I had stitches, so it was a little bit bulkier of an area where I didn't feel like this could actually cover. But once I got to these, I mean, it just made me feel a lot better. Honestly, people, when they look at me like from far away, until you kind of get up closer, you see it. I had a client, God love her, I had a client, and it was like 30 minutes in. She's a lady I go see. She's actually a shut-in, and like 30 minutes in, we're face to face. Okay, we're face to face. I'm doing her legs and her feet, and like, I mean, good 30 minutes in, she's like, do you know you have lotion on your face? Did you mean to have lotion on your face? And I was like, oh, I was like, no, this is actually a Band-Aid. It's just like a hydrogel. And so I was like, and then I kind of turned my face and she could finally see the wrapping around it. But yeah, it's very comfortable. Like, I mean, it tickles a little bit, but honestly, I mean, you can't really ask for, it's on for the nose. It's curved. Regular Band-Aids, they just wouldn't always stick. And I mean, most people are oily in their T-zone. So the nose, like itself, it was just like, my Band-Aids would kind of try to slide off and things. And anyway, this did really, really good. I highly recommend, I mean, in any type of an oily area or one that you're just trying to keep moisture. You're not trying to keep this, you don't want it to dry out, because that's going to lead to the scarring side of things. Vaseline was my best friend. These hydrogel bandages, everything kept it moist so that it could just constantly heal, because I had an indented area. So like, we're trying to build the skin to like get back to the surface area instead of it being a hole and divot on my nose. So yeah, moist and like just keeping the area as like hydrated as possible was rule number one. So anyway, I have pictures. I'm gonna figure out how to put those in. Hopefully I'll insert them now, and maybe do like a little voiceover of like what the days are. But I'm also just gonna keep going video wise. I thought it would be interesting to show you now that like I can fully, well, here, I'm actually was gonna take it off for today, so give me a second. There we go. I'm going to take those off. Basically, I thought, oh my gosh, it was like a couple days ago, and I finally was able to really like exfoliate for the first time, and I didn't think like I was gonna, I mean, I did. I mean, I was trying to kind of like go around it, but you can tell like this is how good this like Band-Aid sticks on. I can barely get it off. There we go. Once it starts, it's fine. It's just getting the seal up. Okay, beware. It's not like beautiful by any means, but yeah, it's still very sticky. Okay, so yeah, you can kind of still see the lines from where the stitches were, but that middle area, oh my gosh, freaking took forever to fill in. And so I'm gonna get cut off, but basically once an area like scars over or and has solid skin, you can do what's called scar stripping. It's usually like tape. I have to go get it, it's in the other room. But I was in lymphatic, and I finally remembered this scar treatment. It's by Centra, Biocornium Advanced Scar Treatment. I heard really, really good things. So I just remembered I had some at work and I brought it home today. But yeah, basically you get these scar strip tapes. We learned to do them for, you know, if someone had a breast augmentation, things like that. Once you're scarring, wherever it's at, tummy tuck, all those things, once it turns pink, you can and no scabs, nice and pink, solid skin, then you can put silicone strips on. And what that does is it helps kind of like tighten and cinch the area. They need to be dry area, you don't want moisture to them. But it also, for some reason, it takes the pink away from the scar. So like that's what I need to start doing now, because you can tell it's just, you know what I mean, it's fresh new meat. So it's pink. But anyway, I could do that. They gave me a little roll at the appointment when they took the stitches out, and I finally got around to using it. I mean, I do feel like it took, okay, let me see. Okay, so I wrote down here, stitches removed on 5/28, and 6/7, it wasn't until like 2 weeks later, well, 6/17, so what is that? Gosh, 3 days, so 20 days. 20 days after my stitches were removed was when this full middle area, I don't know if you can tell, but like, see how that's just like a little, it's like, it looks like a star? That area right in that middle, it took forever to really heal over. I was applying Vaseline, I was doing everything to keep it, like I said, moist, and it just took a lot longer. I mean, if you think about it, everything has to, you know, I mean, it was a pit, so everything has to heal in and up. So it was just the longest part of the healing process. So once that finally got done, I wrote a note and I said that 6/17, I finally felt like I could use my silicone tape. I put it on for literally 2 days, and I didn't feel like it was doing anything. If anything, it as well was kind of sliding off my face. So yeah, I decided to go back to just the advanced strips. I mean, I guess in my head I'm keeping it hydrated. This says it has Smart Heal technology on it, so in my head I'm thinking I'm putting something on top of it that's going to be good, but that's because I did forget about this. So as of today, I'm going to be doing the scar treatment, so we'll see how that goes. But it does look better. The only picture I don't have is the initial. So I was pretty like optimistic. I'm if you know me or if you've seen my other videos, I've used filters, but like I don't wear much makeup. I mean, literally eyeliner, mascara, that is it, unless it's a function. So like when it came down to the fact that I knew I was gonna have a scar on my nose, I knew I was gonna have something, I kind of just was like, you know what, you live life, and no one's perfect, and like, as long as it wasn't like a hole, I was like, it'll be fine. And I think we tell ourselves that, you know, and we keep telling ourselves that, and then it happens, and then you take your first bandage off, and you see your face, and you're like, oh my gosh, is that ever gonna be normal again? And yeah, I had a moment, and that moment sucked. And I, like, Scotty was gonna like come help me change my bandage, and I just like, I shut the bathroom door, I wouldn't let him in. I went in the shower because, like, obviously it was the worst. Sorry, I'm getting emotional, but like, it was at its worst because I hadn't taken the bandage off. So anyway, yeah, so I just got in the shower and I cried because, you know, we can feel sorry for ourselves for a minute. So yeah, I had a little mini breakdown and I wouldn't let him in. But it was nice, like, they told me, like, you can't really clean it very well when it's so thin like that anyway, so just get in the shower, let the water like rinse it off basically. And kid you not, I couldn't even see how deep it was. It was so kind of, you know, like crusty and nasty. And anyway, when I first took the bandage off, and so then I got in the shower and rinsed it off, and it looked a whole lot better. I'll show you pictures of, like, I think it was day 5, because then I put a new bandage on, and then I waited 2 days to take it off. So it was like day 5, and so much better. So much better. I mean, I still was worried, obviously, but like, the first day that I took it off, I was not feeling good. But that's okay. Anyway, I wanted to show you basically what I suppose like my normal daily routine is. This is gonna look like a lot. I'm actually super low maintenance. This looks like I do a lot of stuff. I really don't. I probably wash my face more in the evening, sometimes in the morning. I'm a low maintenance person. So if, especially when I had the Band-Aid on, I was not doing all this. But, okay, so, morning. Let me flip this around here. We've got pre-cleanse. I need to preach at the pulpit about this. Legitimately, oil cleanser, right? We need to put oil on our face to attract the oil out of the pores. Pre-cleanse. Even if you're not a girly that full face makeup, but if you are full face makeup, this takes it all off amazingly. So, pre-cleanse. And then this is our, like, cleanser section. So, we just got this new Magnetic Afterglow. It's like super hydrating, and I'm kind of in love with it. It feels really, really nice. So this is new. She's new. Basically my normal daily is I mix these two. I just put little special cleansing gel on my fingers, and then I pour my microfoliant, my Granule microfoliant. It's almost empty, so I'm mix that together because I'd be trying to get out of here fast, and I do that as one step together. Exfoliate my face. It's like, yeah, super fast. So pre-cleanse real quick, double cleanse with my special cleansing gel, microfoliant. Sorry, this is like not focusing. There we go. Little hydrating mist. And then this is why it's going to look like a lot. This is what I'm doing right now because I'm trying to fix my face. But, okay, so red light is, I have this little doohickey here. So, basically, it's just like a little personal red light. I can flip it. And I just kind of hold it over, give myself like a little red light treatment. It's not as like medical grade as my Saluma at work. I probably should use that one, but then I think about it when I come home, and this is actually at least just part of my routine. But it actually has a vibration to it. I don't know if you can hear that. But so I could really actually use this and like put it on, and then like the vibration can actually like open your pores a little bit more. So my little handy dandy red light. Usually if I'm reading or on the phone, then I'll turn that on, hold it while I'm watching something for a few minutes. So yes, red light first before I put anything else on. And then it just kind of switches around day and night, right? So daytime, I'm usually using my Biolam C serum. I'm going to be doing my Phyto eye lifting cream. I'm actually trying out, that's why there's so many right now. So this is the Phyto one. I really like this. But I did pick up my Biolam C eye serum. But it's for like darkening, and I honestly don't feel like I'm too bad. But this one is one I didn't know we had, and it's called Stress Positive Eye Lift. And so I don't normally suffer too much. Honestly, my trick for my eyes is I usually just use a Q-tip straight away in the morning, and I just wet both ends, and I just love to give myself like a little eye massage with it, just nice and gentle, lymphatic wise. So let's go over, through, and up through, and I honestly don't do too much, but I do feel like, you know, crow's feet are gonna come in soon. Anyway, so I'm doing that, but what I'm doing extra now that I can exfoliate, because I'll go back to my notes, when I could use the silicone strips last week, was the first day I actually like gave myself like a gentle facial without any microfoliant. And then it was like 2 days later, and I finally used an exfoliant and actually gently like went over to kind of start to get some of that, especially because the band-aids, I just wanted to get some of the dead skin off and everything on my nose and see how it felt on the area, and I could. So yeah, I'm actually going to give myself my first facial here in a few. And with that being said, I'm going to cheat. So this is called Pro Restore. We use this with microneedling. It's a serum. There's a lot to it. Basically the healing process and everything. It works tons better because when you're microneedling, you're going to allow that to penetrate further. But my skin is very thin, so I'm kind of hoping that it's just going to help if I go ahead and start using it now. So, moving on. Okay, so I'm going to go back over. Pre-cleanse, special cleansing gel, microfoliant. I'm going to be doing this usually more evening with my exfoliant than in the morning. Normally in the morning, I kind of want to wake up and just my face feel nice, so that's why I've added in this magnetic cleanser. So it's like daytime because it's hot and we need to take the oil off our face from bed. Cleansing, exfoliant together, Hydra Mist, putting my Biolam serum on. Now I'm also adding in either one of my eye, and then I'm going to be starting to use this scar treatment again. I'm excited to try it. I'm hoping it'll be good. So serum, this is a serum, this is a serum. So basically what I'll do is I'm just going to spot treat this, the Pro Restore, on my nose, and then obviously just put the rest on my face, and then just start dabbing that on my nose for healing. Give me some red light, and then these are my two moisturizers that I use. Yes, this is the sample that I was given from Dermalogica. Let's be real. Whoever doesn't take home their samples and try them for themselves is not doing it justice, because how are you not going to tell anybody how it is if you don't try it yourself? So anyway, that's what I think. So basically this has SPF in it, and although I should probably use SPF even inside of a building, I like work 15-hour days half the time, and I just think that it's a waste if I'm putting that on. So I usually use my recovery cream when the days I work, and then if I'm getting off early or anything like that, I have this at work as well. I'll throw this on, or if it's on my day off, then I'll put this on my day off because it has SPF in it. And then obviously with this now, I technically don't have to use these band-aids anymore. So I don't know. I have to figure that out. But at some point in this video, I will either add my pictures, or I'll do another video of all my, just like a picture reel of the recovery process so far. I'm excited because I would say I'll probably give myself another week, and then I'm going to do a microdermabrasion. So I'll video that, and depending upon the same time, my friend Jackie's going to do the microderm on me, and if I feel good about it, then in the moment I might just go ahead and have her microneedle at the same time. But I don't know. I honestly should probably wait another month for microneedling, but I'm anxious. Not like anxious, I'm like impatient. So yeah, I don't know. I probably will wait. I probably will wait simply because I'm going to be doing a lot of things outside, and I need to make sure I'm not exposing the rest of my face just because I want a microneedle. So that wouldn't be good either. So probably the microderm, and I'll give another update from that, and we'll see how this Pro Restore is working for me, because they call this in the dermalogica world liquid gold. I remember, I think it was, gosh, day 3 or 4 at school, and we had a rep come in. It was pretty lucky, actually, because it was early on, and she did microneedling, which is kind of called nano infusion for dermalogica, because they don't always use needles. They sometimes use the stamp gun, I suppose, or stamp head. So anyway, and she used this and called Pro Restore, and everyone just was like, oh, liquid gold and blah blah blah. So we're gonna see if it's liquid gold on my nose. But yeah, sorry that was really long. I will try to figure out how to put the pictures in. But anyway, that's my little routine for the day. I'll do a nighttime routine, and I'll just give myself like a, but that's what I should do every day. I don't do that every day, but I should. I would say I definitely do it every 2 days, because I was taking my Band-Aid off. And then I was kind of every other day just kind of patching around the Band-Aid. But yeah, maintaining this crazy long adventure. I love you. Bye.